Hello, my name is Alvin Moore, and I'm a master numerologist. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the number 4 as it relates to the universal year 2014. The number 4 vibrational energy is a picture of it right here. As you can see hieroglyphically, this is called a platform. And a platform is the basics of material life. Everything is built from some type of a platform, and it's very important how you lay this platform down. It's very important. Now, the 4 energy is ruled by the planet Uranus. Now, for those people that are familiar with the tarot, the number 4 energy is symbolized by the emperor, and he sits upon a throne, sometimes a cube. That's the foundation of life, matter, M-A-T-T-E-R, but he sits upon it. Now, the 4 energy is the foundation of life, and it is your throne. The 4 energy is the energy that we stand upon. It is solid, and it's very dependable, very reliable. It is the 4 seasons, it's the 4 directions, and it's the 4 stages of life: the infant, the youth, the adult, and old age. The 4 is a very heavy vibration. It is solid matter. It is what we can see, touch, feel, taste. It is also a box that contains the soul. The physical body is like a box. And when the soul incarnates into this box, it's like an imprisonment. The soul is trying to free itself from having to come into this box, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. The problem is that when a soul incarnates into the physical body, the ego, the part of the body that identifies with matter as being real, the part of the ego that identifies what it sees, what it tastes, what it touches, what it feels, is the reality, develops attachments to the material world, and it develops desires to the material world. And one thing you have to understand is that thy will shall be done, meaning that all of your desires must be fulfilled. And if you don't get around to fulfilling all of your desires in this particular incarnation, you're coming back so that you can fulfill all of your desires. And the problem is that when you come into matter, and because you allow your 5 senses to dictate your existence, your life, you want things. You want things of a material nature. And every time you want something and don't accomplish it, then that's something that's on your list of things to do. And if you run out of time, you're still going to have to complete it because that will shall be done. So the smart thing to do, in my opinion, is to have only one desire, only one will, and that is to seek self-realization, to understand your connection to yourself and to your Heavenly Father and to your Heavenly Mother. That should be your only desire. And then if that's your only desire, then all things are added unto you. So the body is like a prison for the soul, and the soul struggles to get out of this body. But you keep bringing it back into the body because of your desires, because of the things that you want. So only want for one thing, and that's self-realization, your complete understanding of your relationship to God and the Goddess vibrational energy, because you are the divine child trapped in the physical body. Now you may ask, well, how did that happen? Well, I'm not going to go into that today, but in future videos, I'll share some additional light how this whole cycle gets started and give you some techniques to help you to get out of this cycle of life and death and life and birth and rebirth, and it goes around and around and around and around. It's called the wheel of life. Your job is to get off that wheel. Okay, but let me continue. So the soul is imprisoned into the box, and our ego mistakes the box as real. It treats us as though it is real because our five physical senses has a direct relationship to the four energy. The four energy is the graveyard of life. This is not life. This is the graveyard. This is the death. Because in the end, that's where we end up. The physical body ends up in a coffin, which is a rectangle, which is still, considered an elongated four energy. Or it's end up buried in the earth. And once again, the earth is a very heavy vibrational energy. It's matter, and that's where the body ends up. The body wants to take you to God. That's the sole purpose of the body, is to transport the soul to God. And if the body has not achieved that on some level, then the body has failed. And it's just the way it is. But let me continue. Now, my brother, Jesus Christ, says to follow him. And what Jesus did was he went into the tomb. He went into the four energy. He went into the very heavy vibrational energy. He came into matter. He literally was laid in a tomb. But he told us to follow him. He came out. Unfortunately, we go into the tomb and we haven't figured out how to come out of it. So we're still trapped. We're still imprisoned in our tombs that unfortunately that we create for ourselves. We are the jailer. We lock ourselves in jail. If we lock ourselves in jail, then we also have the capabilities of unlocking ourselves because we hold the key. We are the ones that put ourselves in there, so therefore we are the ones that can remove ourselves. So anyhow, we must learn to stay out of the grave. We must learn to come out of physical existence. So, the four energy is your platform, and you must ask yourself these questions. What is your strategy to accomplish what it is that you want? What is your plan? Because the fourth vibrational energy deals with plans. It's a strategic vibrational energy. It lays foundations. You have to ask yourself, are you strong enough to lift the weight of your dreams? Everybody have dreams. Do you have what it takes to make your dreams come a reality? Do you have the weight? Do you have the muscles? Do you have the fortitude? Do you have the will? Do you have the desire? Do you have the focus? Can you carry the weight? The four energy in relationship to the universal 7-year is that we must slow our lives down because the four energy is a very, very stabilizing vibration. We must take inventory to check for what is working in our lives and remove what is not working. We must pay attention to details. We must check out our physical foundation, which is the body, to make sure everything is working well as it ought to work. We also need to check out our foundations when it comes to our homes that we're living in. Check the wiring, check the foundation, check the plumbing, as well as our places of business where we work and make a living. That should be checked out as well. Along with our transportations, our cars. You need to look under the hood, especially in year 2014. You must work diligently to bring about these plans, and you must develop your strategy. And you don't want the weight of life to weigh you down, the heaviness of life to weigh you down. You must get on top of matter. You must be like the emperor from the Tarot, who sits on his cube, who sits on his throne. So they're very different perspective. To be on top of matter, to be on top of the world, as opposed to you having the world on your shoulders and you carrying it. It recalls the mythical character of Atlas that carries the world on his shoulders. But if you observe Atlas, he has the strength to carry it. Sometimes we carry our loads and it's too heavy for us, and we don't have enough intelligence to know when to set it down. So tomorrow, I'm going to reveal to you another hidden number that you don't see in the universal year 2014. And it's going to teach you how to lighten that burden, the power of being able to set that heavy load down. So until tomorrow's video, everyone is take inventory of the weight that they're carrying around and check to see if it's weighing you down, and if it is, set it down. Peace.